Hello, my name is Cynthia. This is a special message from me to divine feminines out there. If you know that you're a divine feminine, especially if you're a divine feminine that has just basically started on this journey, kind of gotten, into tarot recently, and you're pretty confused about what's happening with you, why people are acting the way that they're acting, then yeah, you really, that's who I really want to talk to, because I started this journey. I had never even heard of a divine feminine when I started this. I actually started watching tarot to just try and kind of figure out what the hell was happening with my life. Had just left my marriage, and I was dealing with someone who was just hella confusing, and I was just looking for some insight, just any insight into something that could give me an idea of what was going on, because my life was just haywire and I didn't understand, and I didn't have a clue, how to begin to fix things. I just felt like I had screwed up tremendously, screwed my life up, and I didn't know where to begin fixing it. And I turned to the only place there was to turn to, and that was God and my faith. And through that, I was led to tarot. And I know that sounds odd, because it was odd to me that I felt led to look for answers in a place that I had never looked for them before. But it was even more strange to me that I was finding the answers in that place. It was strange. It was scary. And you want to take the good parts and dismiss the bad parts, because it's like you're getting the answers you need, but you're shutting out the ones you don't want. And I'm here to let you know that the answers you need go hand in hand with the ones you don't want. If you dismiss the scary ones, you're gonna miss the ones you need. You know what I mean? They're gonna be there, but they have to intersect. And what I'm saying this because I did a video. I just uploaded a video about my kidnapping, and yeah, it was crazy. It was scary. But the thing is, tarot had told me that it was going to happen like a year before it happened, and I was not trying to hear that. And to me, it was like it just made sense to dismiss that part, because who would kidnap me? I wasn't a Rockefeller. So I'm like, that ain't for me. You know what they say, take the part that applies to you and leave the rest. That don't apply to me. That was just not my part. So, and anytime they would say, that's like I said, when I started out, anytime they would start talking about somebody dying, or anything that gave me that feeling in my, I wasn't trying to hear it. If my stomach was squeezed, I don't want to hear it. But it's because I dismissed those parts that I think I ended up, well, I mean, I say that, but they always say that the things that happen to you are fated to happen. So the kidnapping was fated to happen. I was told that it was gonna happen. But baby, look, that was just not cool. It wasn't cool. Anywho, yeah. So I would say, if you're watching some tarot, some readings that are like really resonating. I don't mean like kind of resonating with you where you're kind of feeling like, okay, well, this seems like it could be me. Now I'm saying resonating. Like you're looking at it like, this is my life. That's me. I mean, even the signs are matching up. That isn't coincidental. It's happening like that because it's something you should listen to. And the thing is, like I said, I was told a lot of that stuff a year before any of it all happened. So you're going to believe that it doesn't apply to you, that you have to, this is where faith comes in. Because you don't see most of the stuff that they're telling you, you don't see any confirmation of what's being told to you. You just feel in your spirit that what you're hearing is your life, is for you, is directed towards you. And if you feel that way, take heed to those readings. Take heed especially to those warnings, because taking heed will save your life. And you have to know that the readings that are on here, even though you hear a lot that may resonate, there are the good readers that resonate with you, and then there's the ones, I mean, there's good and bad in everything. There's the ones that are working with you and against you, and that's where you have to work on your discernment. And that was the scariest part. When they started talking about discernment, I was like, I don't know which ones are, I don't know what's true. I don't know if this is for me. I don't know. I wasn't happy with when they would say I need to work on my discernment. It used to just make me mad. I'm serious. It pissed me off real bad, because you feel like you're not good with figuring things out, and because of that, you might miss something that is potentially important for you. But don't worry about that. Don't think about that. Because that's when they say you're divinely protected, you are. Now, divinely protected does not mean that you are not about to go, or that you will not go through some harsh times. Because, baby, I've been through it. Kidnapped twice. Gang stalked, kidnapped, my bank accounts affected, made to sleep on the street, sugar in my tank, you name it. I'm still living in a motel. Been living in a hotel for 2 years because people have been trying to stop me, baby. Stop. And if you're divine feminine, that people around you don't know that, what your status, please just keep it to yourself, baby. Just keep it to yourself, because people can't handle it. They not happy for you. And it's a beautiful thing. I will not say that finding out that, the Empress, it makes you feel, like somebody, but at the same time, it is a heavy crown. Heavy is the crown, seriously, because people are going to come after you because of it. You need to be prepared to deal with the fact that people that you never thought would hurt you, people that you never thought would betray you, people that you thought were your ace boon coons, are going to betray you. Going to. And you have to be prepared to look at everybody. And not just look at everybody. There are people that you love. Absolutely love. Absolutely cannot see yourself without at this stage in your life. That you're going to have to walk away from. And that's going to be hard. But the one thing that I found useful is insight. And that's what I'm trying to get you. If you find that, I know that with the divine feminine journey, it's a lot of us that are on different stages of the same journey. So we're going through similar situations. When they're talking about being gang stalked, there's a lot of us that are having that problem. Isolation, segregation, degradation, all that stuff is happening to the divine feminine collective. But the good thing is it's happening at different times. So I think that it's a good thing that those that have been through the eye of the storm to come back and help those that are still yet to go through it, get through it. For me, the important thing is realizing that you're not crazy. You're not tripping. If you think somebody is following you, if you think your phone is tapped, somebody is following you, and your phone is more than likely tapped, hacked, whatever, however you say it. I'm 53, so however y'all say it, whatever. They dealing with your instruments, okay? Don't second guess yourself. If you're thinking it, more than likely, it is what it is. If you're feeling kind of iffy about somebody, there's a reason why you're feeling iffy about that person. If you're already at a point where you've been segregated and they've gotten you to where people don't like you and you're basically on your own, watch your documentation. Pay attention to your bank accounts, your IDs, and I don't mean just pay attention to your IDs in your purse. If you can with your IDs, keep your IDs on your person at all times. That is going to save your life at some point if you have to deal with anything like what I've dealt with. They're trying to erase some of us, and they start with documentation taking over your identity. The best way to do that is to take what you have, get you somewhere where you can't get back. Take your identification, take your life, take over your bank accounts, etc., etc. So the important thing is to make sure you have double, triple your documentation. Make sure that you don't keep them all in the same place. Make sure that you've gotten your bank accounts are secure. Like, what do they call that? Double authentication. What is that? Two-factor authentication. Do those on your accounts, your emails, your Facebook. They stole all my Facebook accounts to use my Facebook accounts to make people think that I was saying things about them, doing things to them. It's how they turn people against you. But like I said, the most important thing is, for me, was my money, my being able to access my money. And they got into my accounts. My money was still there, but they made it look like it wasn't. So trust yourself. Put your money where you trust it, and just keep your documentation as close to you as possible. Do not leave hotels, cars, plane, anything. Don't leave those things on a plane or in a room where you're not. Take any important papers with you. And I don't mean take a ream of papers. I'm saying important, like, when I say important documents, birth certificates. I kept a backpack with me all the time, and you want to get like something you can carry. Like I said, my identification was always in my bra, and I thank a reader for saying that to me, because they had me so off balance that I didn't realize what they were really trying to do. You know, they'll confuse you with one thing so that you don't see what they're really trying to do. And what they were really trying to get at was my IDs. And because she said that, I took them and put them in my bra. And I'm so grateful that I did that. And even though they had gotten to them and messed up the stripping so that they thought that they wouldn't work, they still worked. And I was still able to take flights out of states that I would have been stuck in without that identification. So take heed to your inklings. Keep your documentation close. Pay close attention to your bank accounts. Close attention to your money. I'm not going to say trust no one, but believe that anyone is capable of betraying you. If people around you don't know that you're on this journey, that you are a divine feminine, keep it to yourself. For now, at least. I'm not saying be ashamed of the journey, because there's nothing to be ashamed of, but people aren't ready for it. Even we weren't ready for it. We embrace it because of our faith. Keep your faith. Your faith, my faith, got me through some really tough times, and there are tough times to come. But know this, that when they say in those readings, you are divinely protected, we are protected. Things do happen. You do have to be proactive, but God is with us. He does favor us. He will protect you. He sent me to let you know the things that you need to know. You come back and tell somebody else what you had to do, what got you through. Peace, love, and blessings.